Right, today we have our first look allegedly at the Apple Pencil 3, and also some clarification on whether existing accessories will work with the 2021 iPad Pro or not. And on top of this, we have some leaked iPad Pro prototypes that reveal a few interesting things. So let's begin with the Apple Pencil 3 leak. So, courtesy of iLeak on Twitter, we have a video that apparently showcases Apple Pencil 3. And guys, I kinda find this hard to believe. And there are a few reasons. Number one, iLeaker is a source that literally appeared on Twitter a few days ago. The account is fresh, he hasn't leaked before, and so this has no credibility whatsoever, and we can't really blindly trust this guy's info. But that is not even the worst part, because there's not really any other way of saying this, but the video is absolute trash. It's horrific, okay? Because number one, this video is 4 seconds long, and he doesn't even give us a proper look at the Apple Pencil. He just holds it against a table, and that's about it. For 4 seconds, what the heck? In fact, the only change I noticed that is worth mentioning is the glossy finish, which, by the way, has already been confirmed by another leak from Mr. White. And so if these leaks are to be believed, then yes, for some reason Apple's reverting back to the glossy finish, which I still have no idea as to why. Because as someone who has the first generation Apple Pencil, I can tell you for a fact, the glossy finish is absolutely terrible. There is no advantage. It gets fingerprints, it gets dirty, it's very slippery. Why is Apple going back to something that's inferior? I guess the good news is we don't have to wait too long to find out, because the event is literally a few days away, and so yes, the hype is building up, and hopefully these leaks don't end up being true. Anyways, one more thing I noticed in the video is the fact there is a flat edge on the Apple Pencil 3, so it's not going to be completely rounded like Apple Pencil 1. Instead, it will have the flat edge. So of course you can magnetically charge this on the side of the iPad Pro like you can on Apple Pencil 2. Now there is one more leak from another relatively new leaker called Tommy Boy. That is literally his Twitter handle. I have no idea how people come up with such ridiculous names. But either way, this guy basically says pencil emoji equals magic wand, and well, I think that could be referring to possibly gestures coming to the Apple Pencil. So why do I think this? Well, Tommy Boy is taking a note from Love to Dream, who tends to give us leaks through cryptic messages. So clearly Tommy Boy is trying to tease us, but he's forgotten that to tease us in the first place, you need something called credibility, which you have none of. So yeah, that does not give you the right to give us cryptic tweets. But either way, what I think he's referring to is gestures coming to the Apple Pencil. Because if we do get gestures, then we would wave the Apple Pencil like a wand. Like this. Like a B-Tech Harry Potter. Do you get the reference now? Anyways, thankfully for Tommy Boy, we do actually have a few patents that refer to gestures coming to the Apple Pencil. Because Apple does have the technology to basically let your Apple Pencil control other devices using gestures in the air. That just sounds absolutely amazing. Now, to be honest, I don't think the Apple Pencil will be controlling your Apple TV anytime soon, but I do see some other uses for these gestures. Maybe you could twist your hand anti-clockwise to undo something, and maybe twist your hand clockwise to redo something. I can definitely see these gestures being implemented in the software through various ways, and you might know that Samsung has gestures built into the S Pen to of course allow you to control music, videos, the whole lot. And so Apple could easily just copy and paste all those features and bake them into iPadOS with the Apple Pencil. And by the way, if you are interested in hearing more about the Apple Pencil 3 and some features we could expect to see, check out the video in the icon above. But to recap, we could see haptics and maybe a color picker. Right, next on the list is some alleged images of a prototype iPad Pro that recently surfaced on Twitter. Now, there isn't a lot of new stuff here, but there are a few key things you should be aware of. Number one, the smart connector is still on the back of the device, so it seems Sonny Dixon's leak was wrong and the smart connector is not disappearing on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Number two, the color of one of these so-called prototypes is a gold hue, which would line up perfectly with Love to Dream's cryptic tweet that suggested a gold iPad Pro would launch this year. Anyways, enough of those dodgy leakers, let's now move on to veteran leaker Mr. Max Weinbach, who says that the 2021 iPad Pro will probably fit in the 2020 iPad Pro's Magic Keyboard. He also gives us info on the updated dimensions for the 2021 iPad Pro, and I can't be asked to recite them, but basically all you need to know is that the iPad Pros are getting slightly thicker and slightly shorter, and the camera bumps won't stick out as much. Now this is pretty interesting because we have got information about a new Magic Keyboard, and I've been under the assumption that maybe Apple's giving us a new Magic Keyboard purely because the bigger iPad Pro with mini LED is getting thicker. And while that is still the case, Max says it won't have any effect on compatibility, and so you can use your existing accessories with the new iPad Pro. And so that begs the question, what's exactly happening with the new Magic Keyboard? Because have you noticed we have literally got nothing on the Magic Keyboard 2? We've heard it's in the works, but we have no images, we have no details on any upgrades, and so what are we gonna see with the second generation Magic Keyboard? Well, assuming Apple's done a really good job at hiding this new Magic Keyboard, maybe we could see a Magic Keyboard Pro come with this new iPad Pro. Maybe a slightly bigger version that comes with a larger trackpad, a function row, maybe better materials, but obviously a higher price too. I can easily see that being $400 or even $450. And so yes, maybe that's how Apple's gonna market this new Magic Keyboard. Instead of it replacing the current existing version, it sits alongside as a Pro model for those rich boys out there looking to flex and willing to spend upwards of $500 on a new keyboard. Obviously, this is a crazy theory of mine. I'm probably wrong about this, but let me know in the comments below, do you think we're still seeing a new Magic Keyboard launch next week? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. For the latest Apple news and rumors, check out the video in the icon above about my theory on the iMac Air launching at next week's event. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.